Hey guys, how's it going? This is BillyEatWorld, and today we're taking a look at a themed Battlefield 4 loadout inspired by the Russian Spetsnaz GRU. Spetsnaz is now a term used to refer to all Russian special forces, but historically it was used to refer to special forces under the control of the Russian military intelligence, the GRU. The Spetsnaz GRU were formed in 1949 and have since gained a reputation for being one of the most feared special forces units in the world. The job of the Spetsnaz is to specialise in unconventional warfare and to undertake missions ranging from hostage rescue to assassination and sabotage. Their role requires them to be adaptable to any situation and to be highly trained in marksmanship, stealth and close quarters combat. Spetsnaz recruits undergo one of the most difficult and rigorous special forces training courses in the world. Recruits are pushed to their physical and mental breaking point and are even made to confront their biggest fears. Only a small percentage of applicants make it through, and those who do are some of the most hardened and ruthless warfighters on the planet. In this loadout, I'm running with the engineer kit and one of the primary assault rifles of the Spetsnaz, the AS-VAL. Now, I don't run engineer very often, so if you like this video, make sure to let me know, and that might convince me to post a little bit more engineer gameplay. But anyway, the AS-VAL is a more compact and portable version of the VSS sniper rifle, and it's unusual in that it's designed with an integrated suppressor. I'm also running the AS-VAL with the Kobra one-time sight, the laser sight and the Ergo grip. I'm using the standard sidearm of the Russian military, the MP443, which apart from a suppressor, I'm not actually using any other attachments on. And to round out this loadout, I'm running with a few other Russian pieces of kit, including the RGO impact grenades, the RPG-7 and the machete. As well as the AS-VAL and the other weapons in this loadout, the Spetsnaz GRU make use of a number of other weapons in Battlefield 4, including the Saiga 12K, the PKP light machine gun and the SV98 sniper rifle. But anyway, how does this loadout perform in-game? Well, to be honest, this was the first time I'd used the AS-VAL in Battlefield 4, and I was actually surprised how much I enjoyed it. In Battlefield 3, the AS-VAL was a very different animal which had very good accuracy and damage at long range. In Battlefield 4, DICE have completely changed the focus of this weapon to close range combat, and of all the weapons in-game, it's easily one of the best for this role. Unlike the BF4 AS-VAL, this gun is pretty much useless at mid to long range because it's not very accurate, it's got a pretty crazy kick, and it has a pretty steep damage drop-off. Fortunately, it makes up for it with a super fast rate of fire, a massive damage output at close range, and laser beam hipfire accuracy. It's not very often I can pick up a weapon and immediately start going on decent kill streaks with it, even without an optic to help me out. The one major disadvantage of the AS-VAL though is the fact that it has only a 21 round capacity. This can make getting double kills pretty hard, and it means that you need to be even more accurate so that you don't get caught on the reload. The MP443 was decent enough to go along with the AS-VAL, but I probably would have picked something a little better like the Compact 45 if I had have had the choice. It's pretty important to run with a decent pistol when you're using the AS-VAL because there's a good chance that you're going to run out of bullets pretty quickly. And as for the rest of my loadout, the RGOs are also a pretty decent grenade. I don't think they're quite as good as the minis, but they're probably my next favourite. Now I must confess, I didn't really use the RPG that often because I was playing mainly on TDM and domination servers. I feel like the AS-VAL is at a bit too much of a disadvantage on larger conquest and rush maps, but I can see how it would work if you were only trying to use it to jump out of a tank every now and then and kill a guy trying to plant some C4 on you. So the question is, would I run with this loadout again? Well, I do like the AS-VAL, but like all of the other PDWs, it's just not a very good all-round weapon. I mean, granted, it is better than most PDWs at mid-range, but it's still not as good as any of the carbines. In Battlefield 3, I pretty much ran with nothing but the AS-VAL, but it's pretty hard to do this in Battlefield 4. I think these attachments on the VAL play to its strengths though, so if I was going to run with it, I'd probably stick with these. Like I explained before, the MP443 isn't a bad sidearm, the RGOs aren't bad grenades, and the RPG-7 isn't a bad launcher, but they just aren't my favourite. If I could change this loadout in any way I wanted, I'd probably use the Compact 45, minis and the SRAW instead. So anyway, if you haven't tried out the AS-VAL yet, give it a go because it really is an exceptional weapon at close range and it's a whole lot of fun to use. And that just about wraps it up. As always, if you like what you see, please remember to like, comment and subscribe. And if you haven't already, please check out all my other Battlefield 4 videos. I've got them all linked in a playlist in the description below. And if you have any suggestions for loadouts or weapons that you'd like to see in future videos on this channel, feel free to let me know in the comment section of this video or send me a tweet on Twitter at BillyEatWorld. But anyway guys, until next time, see you later and have a good one.